My wife's trainer challenged me without knowing my past in the special forces. I made him find out the hard way. He couldn't breathe. Tyler was flexing in front of the gym mirror when I walked in. "You must be the husband," he said, smirking. "Melissa talks about you." I didn't respond. Just headed to the bench and started untying my boots. "She says you've gotten soft, that you don't satisfy her anymore." The gym went quiet. People stopped their workouts. Phones came out. Tyler loved it. He wanted an audience. I told her real men take what they want, and I want her. I finished with my first boot. Started on the second. "What are you going to do, old man? Hit me?" He laughed. "I'll drop you in 5 seconds." I stood up slowly. Tyler was 28, ripped abs, probably benched 300 pounds. He didn't know I spent 12 years in special forces. 5 seconds? I asked calmly. "Try 3. He charged. Big mistake. I sidestepped, grabbed his extended arm, used his momentum against him. One smooth motion, and he was face down on the gym floor. My knee pressed into his spine, my forearm across his neck, not choking him, just controlling his airway. "Can't breathe," he gasped. "That's the point," I said quietly. "Now listen carefully." The crowd pressed closer, every phone recording. "You thought my wife was single?" I applied a little more pressure. "She's been wearing her ring every day you've been sleeping with her." Tyler's face turned red. He clawed at the floor. "I know about the coffee shop dates, the hotel in Cherry Creek, the texts at 2 a.m. I pulled out my phone with my free hand, showed the screen to the crowd. Photos of Tyler and Melissa, leaving a hotel, kissing in his car, timestamps on everything. "I hired a private investigator 3 weeks ago," I continued. "Retired special forces buddy of mine, very thorough." Tyler tried to speak but couldn't get air. "The thing about guys like you," I said, "is you think muscles equal strength. You've never been in a real fight, never had someone trained to kill put you down." I shifted my weight slightly. Tyler wheezed. "Let him go!" someone in the crowd yelled. In a minute, I looked up at the phones. "Everyone recording? Good. You're all witnesses." I leaned closer to Tyler's ear, quiet enough that only he could hear. "I could collapse your trachea right now. Brain damage in 90 seconds. You'd never work again, never train again. Hell, you'd never breathe the same." His eyes went wide with terror. "But I'm not gonna do that," I said louder, for the crowd, "because I'm not a criminal. I'm just a husband having a conversation with the man who's been sleeping with my wife." I released the pressure slightly, let him suck in a desperate breath. "Your turn to talk, Tyler. Tell everyone here what you've been doing." He couldn't speak, just gasped and coughed. "No? Let me help you then." I pulled out another document, held it up to the cameras. "This is a text from Tyler to my wife, 2 days ago. It says, and I quote, 'Your husband's a joke. I could take him with one hand.'" The crowd murmured. "Another one from last week. 'Leave him. He's too old for you anyway. You need a real man.'" I scrolled through more messages, each one more damning than the last. And here's my personal favorite. Tyler asking Melissa how much my life insurance policy is worth. Gasps from the crowd. Tyler was shaking now, not from exertion, from fear. "The police are outside," I said calmly. I called them before I walked in. They're reviewing these messages as we speak. Right on cue, 2 officers pushed through the crowd. "Mr. Rodriguez," one of them said, "we need to ask you some questions about conspiracy to commit fraud." I finally released Tyler. He collapsed on the floor, gasping and crying. The officers pulled him up, started reading him his rights. Melissa appeared in the doorway. Her face went white when she saw Tyler in handcuffs. "Richard, what did you do?" I walked past her, stopped at the door. 12 years, Melissa. 12 years I spent learning how to handle threats." I looked back at Tyler being led away. 3 seconds, just like I promised. I walked out into the cool Denver air. Behind me, I heard Tyler still struggling to breathe properly. He'd recover, but he'd never forget. Full story on the channel linked below.